show. I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to smack it raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Smacking It Down, your Friday edition of the Smackin' Raw podcast. And it is Valentine's Day, bitches. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter, and I am here with my co-host. She is host of the She Leads Showcase, Inside the Mind of, In the Crowd, story time with the current reigning, defending, undisputed trick or trivia champion, Ms. Katie Kinsey Bay.
Hey, it's me.
And we are not with one Vicente Alejandro Delgado watch your tongue, Rada.
He said, watch it. Everybody watch. No, because he's like doing like romantic shit with his wife or whatever.
Because it's Valentine's Day, bitches.
Hi, Allison.
Hi, Allison. Welcome to Valentine's Day. Not a lot of love on the show tonight, Katie.
No.
Like, I felt for a Valentine's Day episode, and this being WWE, that there was a lack of, like, Valentine's Day-esque shit going on.
I think it could have been more fun if we had, like a Valentine's Day, like, street fight, or, like, a...
Well, no. Hold on.
No, I like themed... I like themed shit.
See, I don't. Like, I like segments that are around what's going on. I don't want a fucking street fight that they call the St. Valentine's Day street fight or any dumb shit like
Valentine's Day Massacre. It's right there.
Where they're fucking beating each other with boxes of chocolate and all sorts of stupid shit.
It sounds like a phenomenal time. I don't know why you're upset about that.
Okay. I want to thank everyone who's watching us live, whether you're watching us live over at twitch.tv/creationworld, where if you have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming, you take that, you link it to your Twitch account. It's Valentine's Day. What do you do on Valentine's Day? You link up with a significant other, whether it is docking or scissoring or, a little P in the V. Whatever you're doing, however you choose to celebrate, however you like to get intimate, let your Twitch count get intimate with your Amazon Prime account and make a sub, a free sub. It costs you absolutely nothing. This is not like having a child where you're stuck paying for it for 18 years. Like, this costs you nothing. It's free. You just link your two accounts. You're already paying for Amazon Prime. You get that free sub. You give it to your favorite Twitch streamer. Katie, who should be their favorite Twitch streamer?
I mean, I guess you.
Or you. I mean, I was expecting you to say you, and I was going to be like, and if it's not Katie, me. But I appreciate the humble tones there. Like, that was nice.
We'll keep it even.
Because everyone thinks she's funnier than me anyway, so it should probably be her. And if it's not us, it could be our friends Will and Allison, who are in the chat over at Ribbit City Radio. When they return doing their thing, you guys can support them on Twitch and everywhere else that they end up dropping content because they've got some new shit coming out. Or whoever your favorite Twitch streamer is, support them. Use that free sub. Don't let it go to waste, because that's what helps people keep creating content. So if you like to see the content, then you support. Speaking of support, youtube.com/creationworld. The ways to support are to like, to subscribe, to comment. Katie, what does that do?
Something about like boosting algorithms, finding new listeners, something like that.
And why is that important?
Because you're a whore.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Even on Valentine's Day, especially on Valentine's Day, I am a whore. For your likes, for your comments, for your views, for your subscriptions. I mean, I'm here, right? I could be upstairs fucking my wife, but I'm not. I'm here with you guys
crazy.
doing this right now. Actually, I could. The doctor said no. Anyway, she's due any day now. So anyway.
Which is awesome.
I'm here doing this for you guys. So Please like, subscribe, comment, boost that algorithm, help more people find us so that I can be a whore for them as well as you. Because what's a whore who's monogamous? It's not really a whore, right? No, I need to be polyamorous in my spreading of entertainment through the wrestling world. And I like to watch you flick that bean, hit that notification bell, get notified every time we go live. 15 minutes after Monday Night Raw, 15 minutes after Tuesday Night NXT, 15 minutes after Friday Night SmackDown, like right now when we are live right now. Also, 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 Eastern for the Creation Conversation on Thursdays. And this Saturday, 15 minutes after Vengeance Day. Come join us for that. And I believe we will be joined, since Vince is taking the weekend off for some romanticism, by the Will Gray from Botch Spots and Chair Shots. So come hear us talk about Vengeance Day tomorrow, me, Katie, and Will. And next Sunday, Getting Off returns with a panel. Poll came in, things were decided, found footage films were chosen. The Final Girls podcast will be joining us, so come check that out and have some fun talking about, movies that were made and then people found them and watched them and then they were scary. Is that
yes?
What found footage is.
That's exactly what that is.
Okay, Katie, news and rumors.
Yeah. Not a ton.
Hi, Tommy.
Hi, Tommy. Two of the biggest things. One, Josh Alexander from TNA is now officially a free agent. His contract with TNA is donezo.
Good for him.
Good for him.
If that's what he wants.
It definitely is what he wants. He made a very nice post on Twitter talking about his time there and everything like that. Thankful for the people who gave him opportunities, all that fun stuff.
This is not an American election. There were no rigged polls.
That's absolutely wild. Anyways, so Josh Alexander expected to probably go to WWE, but we'll see. I'll talk about this one too, because I talked about it on She-Leet. Chris Bay is walking now, which is fucking awesome. Incredible.
No, that's fucking great.
Savannah did the math, or told me when he got hurt, which was back in October. Back in October, this man was paralyzed from the neck down, and now he's walking. What? Insane. I love that for him. Everyone who supported him. That's incredible birthday present too. He's turned 29. He's walking now. Love that. We love inspirations like that. Good things happening in wrestling for once.
Absolutely.
It's rare. And then the thing that happened today, whilst I was at work, it's not Victoria, but we got our women's inductee for this class of the Hall of Fame. I mean, let's be fair, it should be multiple women every year, but I digress. Michelle McCool.
She's the only person announced besides Triple H, so there's still a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance?
We're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, Michelle McCool was announced today, and I think that's pretty cool.
I mean, it is. It really is. Michelle's awesome. Happy for her. Good for her. I know everyone was hoping. Well, everyone in our group was hoping for Victoria. You guys have been campaigning for years, Victoria for Hall of Fame. So, like I said, there's still a chance. But right now, it's blonde white people for the win in the Hall of Fame this year. Triple H and Victoria. Michelle McCool.
Triple H is
not
bald
Victoria.
Now, okay.
He's still blonde. Just because, listen, I'm still a brunette. Just because the hair doesn't grow doesn't mean that I'm not a brunette. You can see it here. I'm still a brunette.
I mean, I guess that's how that works.
Yeah. I don't know if he was a natural blonde, though. So
probably not.
He's been blonde for fucking ever.
It's probably a dirty blonde. So yeah, that's fair.
He is
fair enough.
Definitely a dirty blonde.
He is a dirty blonde.
Speaking of him being a dirty blonde, we're not going to talk about his mother-in-law or all of the bullshit or them
I don't
being
want to talk about any of
there
that.
and how frustrating or upsetting that is. What I will talk about, unless you have more, Katie.
No.
Okay, I've got a PSA. So the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Awards dropped, and I was reminded why I didn't want to be on Twitter anymore, because you guys all lost your minds and said a bunch of really stupid shit. I would like to remind everyone that the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Awards are all voted on, and much like almost all of Uncle Dave's reporting, strictly opinion, not fact-based. So if they voted that Triple H was the best booker of the year and you don't agree with that, you don't need to throw a hissy fit on the internet and take shots and be insulting and condescending and a fucking asshole because you don't like who got picked, because that was the majority of people's opinion on who the best booker was. You also don't need to be an asshole about the fact that Triple H was voted best booker, yet for 6 years in a row now, AEW Dynamite has won best TV show, even though the booking isn't the best, which, what all of the nonsense that I saw, people bitching about AEW winning this or WWE winning this, and it's always from people who have like a very WWE specific or AEW specific name where they're like, oh, well, like, you guys make it so fucking terrible to be on the internet. You really do. You guys are miserable fucks. It's fucking Valentine's Day. I know most of you have never seen a vagina and or penis in real life other than possibly your own.
Possibly is insane.
Take the day off from... take Valentine's Day off. Save up some money. Get yourself a hooker. Take the day off social media. Get laid. Please, I beg of you.
Take a lap.
Consensually touch somebody else.
Consensually is the big word.
Yes, exactly. I made sure I said consensually.
I know you did.
Touch somebody else. And not your phone. Because you guys all need some fucking help. This is ridiculous. How upset you get about fucking opinions on the internet.
That's my opinion.
We have seen over the last few months how stupid the majority of people in America are.
Yeah, no shit.
It is not a surprise. So don't let stupidity ruin your day. Like I let your negativity ruin mine a little bit.
See, that's
cut it the fuck out.
Your fault. You see it, you walk away.
I did. I didn't comment. I didn't engage, but it was just over and over and over again. Like,
see, you can do that, or you can do what I do, and just like go on TikTok instead. Because TikTok's back on the App Store, baby.
Yes, people are getting mad about made-up awards for a made-up non-sport, because wrestling is not a sport. It is a TV show. It is a drama with athleticism.
Telenovela, dare I say?
Yeah, something like that. All right, Katie.
All right, Matt.
We plugged things. We did news and rumors. Should we get into the show 13 minutes into the show?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So Cody addressed how he ended up as the bridesmaid instead of the bride for the Jey Uso WrestleMania main event match, and Gunther ended up as the bride. And he's like, so there are these 6 guys, and they're going to fight over the bouquet, and whoever wins that gets, consolation prize match with me, so good for them. But you know who's not in that match? Who's not going to qualify? Solo Sikoa, because fuck him. He's a bitch for attacking me. Drew McIntyre was upsetting spaghetti that he did not get mentioned in all of the people that Cody said he could possibly fight. He's like...
He said Drew. He just didn't put oomph on Drew like he did with everyone else. He said Andrew McIntyre.
Yeah, no. He was upsetting spaghetti that he didn't get the recognition he felt he deserved in line with all the other people and the accolades that they got. So he came out to bitch at Cody. And Cody is... Listen, Mr. Rhodes is in a fighting mood. He's not taking anyone's shit. You come out and you want to talk, he will throw a fight at you left, right, and in the center. He's telling Drew, I'll fight you now. But Jacob Fatu comes out, and he wants to talk to Drew specifically for some reason and inform him of his plans for the next few weeks. He's like, I am going to win tonight, and then I am going to win at the Elimination Chamber, and then I am going to win at WrestleMania, and then I am going to bring this title back home to my family. And Drew's like, why the fuck are you talking to me about this? Like, I bet everyone would think this would be a cool match, but I'm not about that shit. You should probably just talk to Cody and I'm going to leave. So he does. He leaves.
He did that.
And then Jacob and Cody are standing there and they're talking. And again, Cody all ready for a fight and shit. But basically tells Jacob, unlike everyone else, you need to go win 2 matches to get your shot at me. You want to fight for this title? Go win 2 matches and get back at me, dog. Like,
yeah, like he wasn't even in the chamber. Spoiler, he's still not. But like, he's talking all this shit. He didn't even get to the end of the night before his match. Like, what do you mean?
So Solo shows up, and both Jacob and Cody are both like, okay, let's go fucking talk to this dude. But Jacob's like, no, me first. And Cody's like, that's fine. I love sloppy seconds. I'll talk to him when you're done. So they agree on that. Jacob goes to talk to Solo, and Solo is, he's
Depresso espresso.
Sucking the werewolf dick a little bit here. Like, he's like, I love you, Jacob Fatu, and you need to go and win the Elimination Chamber and get the title back and bring it back to the family. And I'm sorry that I left, but I needed to deal with my emotions and I needed a mental health break, and you should allow me to do that. And Jacob's like, nah, fuck you, and just like walks out.
Which is crazy. Guys, remember that promo from last week by the night? Men are allowed to express their feelings. If they're feeling a little depresso espresso.
Unless you feel them as much as Drew McIntyre. There is a limit to how much a man can feel his feelings.
So crazy.
There's a limit. You can't feel him as much as Drew, but you can feel him.
God forbid.
Drew is also backstage talking shit to Jimmy Uso for some reason and gets thrown into one of the fucking equipment boxes because, like, why the fuck not? Like,
shouldn't have been talking shit.
No yeet.
No yeet.
All of that, not counting the main event that we'll talk about at the end, spit or swallow.
All of it's, I think I'm gonna swallow it, honestly. Jacob thinking he's tribal chief kind of thing, even though Solo's not, but you know what I mean? Thinking he's that position. Solo's being like, I don't even want to be here right now, but like, I guess I'm here, and like, I'll support you, I guess. Cody being pissed off and want to fight everybody, a mood. Drew talking shit, love it. Jimmy Uso putting Drew in his place, love it. He also called him Jay before the super kick, which is fucked. Disrespectful.
That's not the first time this month that somebody has called Jimmy J, and he's getting sick of that shit.
Exactly. Like, as someone who has been continually called my sister's name and all of my female cousins' names, except my own sometimes, from my grandmother and my aunts, I understand. I'm like, no, I'm not my sister. No, I'm not this cousin. My name is Katie. Hello. Like, Jesus. Yeah, it's a swallow. It's fun.
Okay. Have you ever, like, had two friends fighting and they use you as the middleman because they're not speaking to each other, but they're in a fight, so, like, they talk through you and it's annoying as fuck?
Mm.
Yeah, so Sammy and KO
are using SmackDown.
They're using us, the people,
that too,
as their pass-through. So last week we had carpool karaoke with Kevin where he explained why he did it. And then instead of like having a conversation with Sammy's like, this is how I feel. And, we've been through this before and blah, blah, blah. And I want to, he's not challenging Kevin. He's just saying, I want to fight Kevin.
That's
and then waiting. It's not, no, to challenge someone, you directly go to that person and say, I want to fight you. You don't obscurely say, I would like to, at some point, anyone who might be listening, have a match with this person down the road. That's not really a challenge. That's like a passive-aggressive challenge, and I'm not about that shit. So KO immediately, again, carpool karaoke was like, you want to fight? We'll fucking fight, and I'm going to show you how bad this shit can hurt. And you know where we're going to do it? We're going to do it where it all began, in Canada, before it gets annexed by the United States. Like, we're going to do this now.
Stop it with the politics.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop it. Canada. Toronto.
Yeah.
March 1st.
By the way, I'm on Team Canada, for those wondering.
I'm always on Team Canada.
Yeah. Whether he's cleared or not, come find me and I'll fuck you up. Basically is what KO said. What are you looking at?
Oh, the comments. See, this is why you need to have them on you and your 2 screens. Yeah, you're just attention.
What about my 2 screens? Well, sometimes you normally pull the comments up. That's your job. I'm not touching them. And I didn't see anything here. I know you're reading there. And
well,
also,
sometimes you look on the side, or I think you look on the side, but then you don't react to the things I react to because I know you see them. You know? And like, I hate the United States.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Hated her. Yeah. But Kevin and Sammy, I said it on She Elite. This is chapter 800 for them in their, like, Bible-sized book. Like, fuck yeah. I'm never opposed to it. I get fun matches between the 2 of them wanting to absolutely annihilate each other. So, I'm in. Say less.
Okay. Naomi defeated Chelsea Green to qualify for the Chamber, and then Nick Aldis was like, hey, Bianca and Naomi, I need you to come backstage because I've got a video that I don't know how to press play on. But once he finally figured it out and the video played, it showed Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, Spanish Rachel, for those of you who are fans, walking through the parking lot on the other side of the parking lot at the time that Jade was getting loaded into an ambulance. And apparently Daphne and Velma thought this is the perfect fucking scapegoat for whatever crime they may or may not have committed, because they jumped on that shit right away and were like, guilty. Fucking, they did it. They're guilty. And he's like, well, we don't know that anything happened. No, we know. And we told you. They were accusing us. They thought we did it. No. It was them. And when he's like, all right, well, I'll call it. No, you're not calling it. We're going to go there and we're going to beat them up before they can say that they didn't do it. And then we get in trouble again. So, like, very suspicious the way they're acting. I'm going to be really disappointed if it was Spanish Rachel and Liv, even though they do have a history of beating women up in a parking lot. Rhea Ripley. Yeah. So, like, but
no,
very anticlimactic if it's them.
We already knew they were in the fucking building that night. So this shows us really nothing. You know? Like, you're not really showing us much. We already knew they were there. We knew that they were suspects. No, guys, we know your fucking games. You can't fool us. These red herrings are stupid. Just tell me it was Naomi and or Bianca, and I'll move on. That's all I gotta say.
Do you remember Red Herring from, like, the kids' Scooby-Doo show? Where, like,
yes! A pup named Scooby-Doo, excuse you.
Yep, there we go. That's the one.
I used to watch that shit before school. I loved a pup named Scooby-Doo.
More obvious than that.
For real. That poor kid, he was like, I'm just hanging out. And they always suspected him.
Listen, not saying, Bakley, I love you. All gingers are suspicious, but that's what a pup named Scooby-Doo may have taught me.
That all gingers are suspicious? I mean, Sami Zayn.
Don't be suspicious. Los Garzas had a match with Motor City Machine Guns. That, it happened. It was cool. Spitter Swallow.
You know, it would have been a lot cooler if Elektra Lopez was out there with them.
It really would have been.
Crazy. It happened.
The middle of SmackDown was a lot of that for me, including Shinsuke Nakamura informs us that for weeks, what he has been doing from the cuckold position backstage is looking for a man strong enough to get the juices, to titillate the juices, whatever the fuck Vince says. Someone worth fighting, but apparently all of the dudes on SmackDown are just some bitches, and they're not worth his time. There are no warriors, no one worth conquering, no one worth pegging. He's not about it. So LA Knight's like, hey, fuck you, I am absolutely worth pegging. And then Miz comes out, and Miz is like, Also, I think I'm worth pegging, and then those two argue about it a little bit, and then they have a match because whoever wins that match is supposed to fight. Oh, speaking of pegging, Tim's here. What's up?
That's crazy.
Hopefully, Big Jim takes that belt at Mania.
He's going to, and I'm going to see him in person.
You are going to see him in person.
Watching Big Goon lose 2 titles in person is crazy.
It is.
Damn, maybe I'm bad luck.
LA Knight defeats The Miz, and then backstage, Miz is talking to Andrade, who's like, I can teach you some things. I watched your match. I can teach you some things. And Miz is like, fuck you. Then Mello comes up, and Mello's like, he was disrespectful. And Miz is like, I know. Why don't we team up? And Carmelo immediately is like walking away, like, I'm not about this. He goes, we could be Mello, don't Miz, which is funny because when he walked away, Mello clearly don't Miz.
I mean, listen, I do love a pun. I do love a play on words. But, like, Mike, what are we doing here? Like,
whatever he wants, because he still goes home every night to Maurice. So, like,
you're talking
he's
about
still
pegging.
winning. He's still, I would, listen, very few women I'd allow to do that. Maurice, I would probably say, fuck it, whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Fuck it, yes, ma'am.
Knock versus Jimmy Uso versus Miz versus Mello versus Andrade versus Priest at Mania could be fun.
That's so many names.
United States title ladder match.
If we're gonna have a ladder match for the mid-card title, I want it to be for the women's title.
I agree.
Thanks, Tim. I'd have a blast. I'm so excited.
See, bingo ladder match.
Bingo.
How Gargle?
Yeah.
Miz, yeah.
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss stopped by to chat with Nia Jax, and then we got some more glitches because instead of just doing things, they're just gonna fuck with me now, and I'm getting annoyed. I told you, you've cock teased me long enough with the Wyatt Six. I'm not here for it anymore. I'm not here. I'm not about foreplay in this situation. I want none. Give it to me and give it to me now.
Okay, Vince.
Jump Alexa Bliss. Do whatever the fuck you're gonna do. Don't fucking toy with me.
Okay. First of all, relax. Second of all, there is the possibility of Nikki Cross somehow getting her ass into that chamber and dragging Alexa Bliss down to hell. Like, we can make that happen at the chamber.
I want it now.
Tough shit. You have to wait.
But I'm not happy about it. Fuck this shit. Like, you guys brought the Wyatt Six and you did one cool thing. No. It's not about that. It's not about her. It's about the Wyatt Six. The Wyatt Six has been a disappointment since the first thing they did after the initial show up. Like, they showed up all badass, and it has been all downhill since then. And then Alexa Bliss shows up, and instead of, again, making an impact and doing something on her first night, where they're just going to fucking, which is all they've been doing, is like little things to lead us up to disappointing outcomes that go nowhere, like the Final Testament shit. Yes, we know that. That's what we're talking about. I want them to attack her for what she did to Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania and allowed Randy Orton to win and fucked up everything that was the Fiend, because that was terrible booking, Vince McMahon. Fucking asshole.
Oh, yeah.
This all stems from that. Like, you remember how upset I was when he lost Randy Orton.
Distinctly recall.
And now we're here, and now they're just fucking with me some more. Carmelo versus Truth, because apparently Carmelo Hayes doesn't understand that a man who doesn't know the difference between the Royal Rumble or the Money in the Bank, or even what show he's on, also might not understand slang, or might get confused by his use of slang. So he got all upsetty spaghetti, and then they had a match and Melo won. Which, yay, Melo won, but like...
I mean, Carmelo also has to remember that R-Truth is a vampire and has been around for thousands of years. Like, sometimes he gets confused. Like, it happens.
Oh, Nikki, you say Nikki, my mind automatically goes to Bella, not Cross. So I was like, her and Nikki Bella were feuding? I don't remember that. But anyway, R-Truth is the best part of WWE.
I love that his idol and role model is John Cena, even though he's older than John Cena. Like, I love that.
Street Profits are not fucking playing around. They're done. They called their shot. They didn't specifically by name list everyone, but they were every single tag team that they're coming for showed up on that screen as they were talking shit. Dawkins had passion. Montez Ford sounded a lot like Reverend Diva on there for a minute.
Testify.
And then we go backstage.
Yes, boy!
For Pretty Deadly, being asked how they feel about the Street Profits talking about fucking them up. DIY shows up and they're like, I'm really not happy with the way things ended between us, and I don't know why you guys did that. And they're like, to stand up for ourselves because you were basically abusers and using us, and fuck that shit. And then Ciampa starts making threats.
As one does. Tommaso Ciampa's scary. He's out of all of the tag teams, Ciampa might be the scariest.
Yeah. I have a feeling we're both swallowing the Street Profits vignette.
100%.
How are we feeling about DIY and this weird babyface-ish version of Pretty Deadly, I guess?
I don't know how I feel about like tweener Pretty Deadly, because they're, I don't know, everything with like the tag division just in general, besides like the few gems we get here and there through both like main roster shows, the tag team division just ain't hitting like it used to. So I think she meant to say Ciampa.
No, Ciampa gonna Ciampa your ass.
Do you want me to write that down?
No.
Okay.
That is way too long to make a title.
Exactly. I was like, please don't make me write that.
Also, when I said it, it sounded like Italian, but also weirdly racist Italian, which I don't know. Gonna Ciampa your ass. I don't know. Anyway.
I don't know.
You know, tag division's weird right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we added Motor City Machine Guns, and we were like, yay, we want to see all this, but then like,
And then no.
And then DIY went heel, and we were like, yay. Well, that's sweet, Al. Well, Al.
I was like, that is, to be fair, I do that on my show too, because both of their pictures, like at a quick glance, are so similar.
Yeah.
So I do that all the time. Yeah, fun stuff. Kind of.
Are they?
A little bit.
It's more so I was reading Allison's thing, and then Will's thing was up here, and then brain.
Fair.
Doesn't want to brain. Speaking of brain not wanting to brain, Tiffany and Nia. Hell of a fucking match.
Hell of a fucking match.
Arguably best match of the night. Interchangeable ass chopping. Now that you can write down.
Okay.
And then Candice LeRae ruins a great match because like Tiffany's kicking out of everything. For some reason, Charlotte was there watching.
Well, we know why.
Tiffany makes her comeback. She's getting ready to pin Nia. Candice gets involved and attacks Tiffy, and then Nia sits on Tiffy for squashy time, or tushy time, as I like to call it. They call it squashy time, I think. Candice then grabs a chair, and Trish Stratus comes in and takes out Candice to make the save. But then it's also squashy time for Trish in the corner as Nia sandwiches her ass. And then Charlotte comes down, picks the chair up, sets it up in the ring, pulls her pants up because she doesn't have hips to hold them on, sits down, crosses her legs, taunts Tiffany a little bit, and then says, "You're the one I'm going to fight at WrestleMania," which, okay.
Which is the outcome we wanted, because I did not want to see her versus Rhea again. Because no.
Yeah, thank God.
Thank God. And plus, it makes sense. Jay picks the Raw champion. Charlotte picks the SmackDown champion. Bada bing, bada boom. Always happy. I just don't want to see Charlotte win another title in my presence whilst I'm in the same building as TC and Reek. I'm gonna have to go home. I'm gonna fly home that night.
So all right. So also Trish shows up, talks to Tiffy, and she's like, how about we tag in Toronto? And she's like, Tiffy time and Trishy time, which is a lot of titty time. TT time. TT time. Tiffy time.
I mean, titty time is also the right answer.
Titty time. I just feel like with the world tour that Charlotte went on to decide who the champion that she wanted to face was going to be, we could have done this in a more climactic way than we did. We got a long time to Mania. We could have dragged this out a little longer. We could have had all three women in the ring, something where she makes her decision. Like, we could have done something and we didn't. So I don't know.
No, they haven't done shit like that in so long.
It just felt anticlimactic. Main event. We already talked about the build-up. Braun, Priest, and Solo. Choo-choo train was derailed so that the guys who could actually wrestle could wrestle for a little minute and get a highlight, but then he came back. Failed to put Jacob through the table. Got thumbed by Solo. Cody comes down, attacks Solo, beats the shit out of him. Tama comes down. Tama accidentally gets thumbed by Solo. Jacob gets upset. Priest shoves Jacob into Solo. Priest goes in the ring, hits his finisher on Braun Strowman, and wins the match as Cody is giving the crossroads to Solo on the outside, and the bloodline is in shambles, and Damian Priest is moving on to the Elimination Chamber.
Woohoo! This was the correct answer. Damian Priest, former El Campeón, in the money. It's a nice ass chamber, excluding one stupid YouTuber. But besides him, phenomenal chamber match. But like I said on Monday, we all need one person that we will boo in that chamber, and it'll be Logan Paul.
Legends, former champions, Hall of Famers, and a prolapsed asshole.
That too.
Spit or Swallow, the main event. And because I didn't ask you, the women's title match.
Well, I mean, women's titles, a fucking swallow. Of course. Because fucking great match. Main event, also Swallow. Damian Priest. And we knew that there are going to be shenanigans ensued because triple threats always have shenanigans ensue, especially if a member of the bloodline is involved.
Very fair. Katie, SmackDown as a whole, spit or swallow?
Specifically for that women's title match, Priest going in the chamber. Naomi and Chelsea also had a good match. I will swallow.
Drew got fucked up.
Drew talked a lot of shit and paid for it again. So yeah.
I think it was swallow too.
Yeah.
By the way, Allison and Will were talking about ass sandwiches and then said that Tiffy losing to Charlotte will be the best thing that's ever happened to her career because they got to make people like MAGA Barbie, which I'm assuming is Tiffany.
Well, I mean, Tiffany is one of the most over people they have, so I don't think they really need to make people like her, you know?
Katie, where can I find you?
You can follow me on Twitter, KatieRowson13, the link tree in my bio to get everything She Eats Showcase, twitch.tv/She Eats Showcase, and youtube.com/She Eats Showcase, typically Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern-ish. New videos up now. We did it yesterday. My Kinsey Crime Time, Jack the Ripper videos up now. You can check that out. Yeah, fun stuff happening over there.
And me, Twitter, at Matt Ritter, at MATTRDDER for your wrestling, at Getting Off for your horror, everywhere else at Smackin' It Raw, TikTok, Threads, Instagram, Blue Sky. For Miss Katie Kinsey Bebe, I'm the patron saint of podcast and the warden Matt Ritter. This has been your Friday night edition of the Smackin' Raw podcast, Smacking It Down.